How's it, everybody? A warm welcome to the NFT show. My name is Philip, and tonight we're going to be looking at upcoming projects, some early, some coming soon, that I think have great potential. Before we do, let's get a market update. Have a look here at the S&P 500. This is a live chart. Have a look here on the technology stocks. Seeing more green than we are red, which is good. I do know the Nasdaq's up about 1% so far today. Amazon up about 2.5%. So it seems that there's a bit of a relief bounce here in the markets. If we jump onto Bitcoin, Ethereum, we see that on the weekend we actually dropped quite low on Bitcoin. We got about 18,500. Ethereum we got as low as 890, and then there has been also what I think is a relief pump, a decent one. So we're around the $1,100 mark on ETH currently, around the 20,000 mark on Bitcoin, and we're seeing a lot of the other Ethereum tokens and all tokens have had a bounce today, which is good to see. I'm not a crypto guy, but I do know people that I respect that are crypto guys are all saying that this is probably a short-term bounce, and that still long term we're looking to test very low levels. I heard guys saying Bitcoin around $13,000, Ethereum as low as 700 possibly. Again, not financial advice, I don't know for sure, but people I respect are all saying that this is not the bottom in their opinion. If we have a look here at OpenSea daily volume, we are still very, very low. Yesterday, 15 million. If we look at the month so far, and we're about two-thirds way through, we're on $500 million. So if we're two-thirds way through, we can say that we're going to be about 750 million, which will take us about here, which will be the lowest month by far since July last year. So definitely not looking great, which we all know. OpenSea monthly NFTs sold. This number continues to impress me. So again, we two-thirds way through the month. We're on 1,050,000. So that means if things continue, and I don't think they can go much lower, then we should be about 1.5 million NFTs sold, which will take us around here. Just to show you, take us around there, which is not so bad. But we do know that these NFTs are typically the lower valued ones. There was a lot of degen plays, free mints and stuff that seems to have quietened down. This is a good number for me. I mean, we're looking at 317,000 monthly active traders. That's decent. We'll see where it gets, but it's good to see that some people have returned to the market. Then if we have a look here on NFT projects in the last 7 days, what's trending? We got CryptoPunks up about 20 Ethereum. We had news that the Howlers founder will be running CryptoPunks, and he's got a very, very notable background with Christie's. We saw Howlers go up a bit and CryptoPunks also. Bored Ape Yacht Club at 92 ETH, Mutants at 18, Other Deed 2.4, up about 12% on the week. Clone X 10.5, up 97% from the absolute low of last week. Primates and Solana at 21. Goblin Town 305, holding nicely. Have a lot going on at NFT New York. Moonbirds also up 10% on the week. Art blocks really doing well, and I have noticed that there's definitely a pushback to art projects, notable in the last couple of weeks, which is good to see. We had Sneakerheads, a new mint from yesterday, minted at 0.25, sitting at just under half a ETH. Really good to see a project mint out and to see a project sitting almost double mint price. So that's really quite good to see. We got Azuki at 10.5, up 10%. ENS Name Services, Doodles up 80% from the absolute bottom at 13.4. Shitbeast at half in Ethereum. And Lacoste also, a new mint from last week that sold out, sitting at 0.23. Their mint price was 0.08. So also good to see a couple of mints selling out. We also had Lonely Pop sell out. after they completely fumbled the launch. They redid everything, lowered the mint price, and they did eventually sell out. So that's good. I like to see projects selling out, but they still are very few and far between, and we've got to keep that in mind. We're still very much in the depths of a bear market. If we look the last 24 hours, the most volume is definitely in the Yuga Labs ecosystem. We got Bored Ape Yacht Club up 6% in the last 24 hours, Other Deeds slightly up, Mutants up 4%, Clone X up 5%, Chromie Squiggles, an art project by Art Blocks, up 41%, which is incredible. Doodles up 21%, Meebits up 16%. We do see that when we have CryptoPunks rising, we do have Meebits also following. Remember, Meebits is the derivative of CryptoPunks, the official derivative. Everyone who held a CryptoPunk got a Meebit free of charge. Nice thing about both Meebits and CryptoPunks is that their royalties are zero. So, if you're trading it and you sell it, you don't have to pay anything, which is really great. And we see Goblin Towns, which we spoke about, Azuki, Moonbirds. But if you look in the last 24 hours, there is substantially more green than there is red. And we're seeing a return to established projects. Whereas a week ago, this was all free mints and shit and piles of rubbish and piles of poo and whatever. We are now starting to see the big boys are where people are going. And I think on Wednesday's show, we're going to dive deep into the blue chip brands and where you should be deploying your money. Not financial advice, but if you do want to invest in NFTs, where the safe investments are, and go into details there. But yeah, I like to see all this green. Definitely been a good 24 hours in the NFT space. We do also know that we've got NFT New York going on, so that could also be fueling a bit of interest, which hopefully is the case. What happens after NFT New York with regard to floor prices and volumes is anyone's guess. I do think that there's a point in saying that it will be bullish for the space. People will come back excited. And I do think there's a point in saying it will be bearish because everyone's been looking so forward to it. It might be a little bit of an anticlimax afterwards. So we wait to see. If we just take a live look right this second, the last 5 minutes, what is trending? We have Kodachrome, which is a project that minted today with 54 sales, still very low floor, 0.04. Feet and Eye Guys, which I keep seeing, but also very, very low, 18 transactions in the last 5 minutes. Sneakerheads, which we looked at, and I think next week we'll do a deep dive into them, and so on. All right, so tonight, upcoming NFTs with good potential. Hope you guys are all ready. Let me make this bigger. Sorry, guys. There we go. Should have been like that. All right, but we're just in time. Timeline Transit Company. So this is a very, very interesting project. I want to start off by playing you this video over here.
Welcome to Timeline Transit Company, the world's leader in time travel tourism. Upon mint, travelers will receive a randomly generated room NFT with items from across various time periods sized to fit the Twitter banner placement. Timeline Transit NFTs will have evolving utility that will be rolled out in phases. Immediately after mint, the Phase 1 game will begin, and your NFT will act as a game piece in a story-driven adventure for a 64 Ethereum prize. NFT holders will be informed that the time machine has broken, and in order to fix it, travelers either alone or in teams need to collect multiple timelines and match items from within the same time periods to create 18 time anchors. In Phase 2, your NFT will act as a customizable canvas, creating a new layer of digital identity. New items will be introduced, allowing holders to represent the multiple Web3 communities, interests, and identities they're a part of. Representation of identity through a unique personalized space in the metaverse is not new. However, we intend to meet the NFT community on Twitter, where they already spend their time, rather than attempting to lure them to a new platform. For more information, please see our white paper, which can be found on the main panel of our website.
So quite a lot of information over there, and we're going to go deeply into it. It's going to be a 10,000 collection, or 9,999. And it's a gamified banner project, okay? So if we jump onto their Twitter over here, we can see that they've got 17,000 followers. And they have a really strong lure or story. And as you saw, there's actually two phases to this project, right? So the lure and the idea is that we're in the year 3021 and there's an error, and all timelines have gotten blurred. Okay. And the goal, either in teams, they said, or individuals, is to restore these timelines. And the way that you do that is that you collect for your room theme, you have to collect all the matching
Tomorrow,
items,
I
up
will
to
take you
18
back
of
to the
them.
bull
Okay.
market.
And if you do that, the first person or team to do that will win 64 Ethereum. Then once that is done, you get to customize your banner on their system and put whatever items you want inside your banner, which is really really cool. And I do think that leads that they could very easily do collabs with bigger projects that, let's say you own a Kaiju Kings, which is one of the projects that they've mentioned, you'll be able to put the Kaiju King inside your custom banner. So I like the idea of personalization. I really do. And I think that this has really got huge potential because, as they said, everyone spends all their time on Twitter. Okay. And if this does take off and people start seeing, oh, this guy's got this cool, room as his Twitter as his Twitter banner. What is this? And they learn, they want to learn more. It could be something that really, really does take off. Also, the founders are very, very well connected. In the space. So I have no doubt that they'll be able to launch and secure the different collabs with different projects. It's a new concept which I always like seeing. Stuff that's new. Here's the other founder here is always nice for me, where guys are thinking out of the box. Okay, and it's going to be different to anything that you've ever seen before. The art looks really, really good, and I think the concept is really quite brilliant. If we dive here into their white paper, we can see here Timeline Transit Company, the world leaders in time travel tourism. Patented time travel technology allows for travelers to both explore the future and relive history. Okay, so here you can see some examples of different types of rooms. And I think the movement is so cool. Like you can imagine on your Twitter as a GIF, you've got this moving. I definitely think it's eye catching. And if you could put your favorite NFTs in here, I think that could be absolutely incredible. Here's another good example of all different types of rooms. Obviously there's many, many more, but just to give you an idea of the designs, and you'll be able to fully customize them in phase two and put in whatever items you want. So phase one, where you can win the 64 Ethereum bounty, right? So you'll have to figure out and the website will help you, but what period your room is from in history, and then find items that are within that period. So here would be an example of a completed room. Okay, you can see everything is from the mummy age, right? And you've got everything that you need. And once you've got all those items, you've effectively completed your banner in stage one to win the prize, which is a nice gamification. And I think it's going to create a good market for these individual NFTs, which are NFTs in and of themselves, the items, right? Because if you need this last one to complete your room, that's going to drive the floor price up, regardless of the rarity of that particular item, because you need to complete it with all the items from that period, right? So here you can have a look as well. The website will help you, right, is to know what your 18 time anchors are. What are you looking for? And if you make a mistake even once, then you'll be sort of disqualified from the game to win the 64 ETH. That will also be updated on the marketplaces, whether it be LooksRare or OpenSea or whatever it may be, or X2Y2. So you see here it will say time worm, which means you've put the wrong item there. You haven't followed the instructions on the websites properly, and then that will be disqualified. The first person to click claim or team, that wallet will receive the 64 Ethereum prize. And then once we get past the gamification of the first stage, that's when you get to the staking. They've got the in-currency token, and that's where you'll be able to separate the items from your NFT, and then obviously trade other items that you want, buy and sell. Each of them will be their own NFT and fully customize the room. Once you've taken the items out, this is how it will appear. It can't be staked like this, but you will be able to leave it like this while you add items on their UI on their website, right? And you can choose where you want to put everything. Anytime you want to go back after you've completed it, you go back into it, and you can add and remove as you see fit. So I definitely think that it's really, really interesting. Here there'll be different items that you'll be able to buy with your warp token. Here they mentioned that they're going to be partnering with different projects for different items from different projects. Um, and yeah, I do think that it's one that is unique enough that if it's executed properly, which so far looks really, really good, it could be a really, really great project and could go viral, could take off. So I'm quite excited for that one. Now, the one that I'm really excited for, we got Eternal Vikings. It's going to be a 5,000 collection, and it's got a lot of potential, and one that I'm keeping my eye on. It is early, joined March 2022, 8,700 followers, but they've really developed this lure already quite well. So I just want to scroll all the way to the bottom to show you their first video here. So the NFTs are Vikings, which also is something we haven't seen before, but there's a lot more to this project. It's not just a PFP project. And you can also see the quality of the videos. I'm going to show you the studios working on this, but they've got huge, huge experience. Here's an example of the Viking, and the artwork is what's called 2.5D. So it's got all the benefits of 3D in that it's fully rigged and it can be used in the metaverse and can be used with movement. But it's also got some 2D elements in it, but that doesn't take away from its fully rigged character. So they call it 2.5D art, but we'll look more into that. Just wanted to show you this video as well. So here you see they've developed on the first one. And this is actually, believe it or not, a land project. So they are going to be purchasing different lands in different metaverses like NFT World, Sandbox, Decentraland, either developing games on those lands so that they can monetize it, renting out those lands, or whatever it may be. But it's really a land project where holders will have an interest in the land that the DAO invests in, right? Which will be decided by the community of holders. But you can see the quality. I mean, this is really like high level quality, and we're going to look more into all of it now. Okay, so if we jump here onto their website, also a really well designed website. You go onto the lure over here, and you can actually get it to play.
Compelled by the same crusading call as the Vikings of millennia past, we are voyaging across the metaverse to claim what's ours. Real and virtual world alike shall quake as our drums beat closer. Eternal Vikings is for everyone. The creatives, traders, and hodlers. Opportunists, dreamers, and metaverse believers. For those who demand to do things differently, who do not feel alive unless they are breaking new ground. To the victors, early adopters, and those late to the party, we say Skull. Driven by positivity and a hunger for expansion, we stake our claim across the vast lands of the metaverse. Plot after plot, we grow our hoard of metaverse real estate. Utility after utility, we share our spoils with our fellow Vikings. Ready to rise and revolutionize the world of Web3 real estate. Then armor up, Eternal Viking. We set sail for digital domination.
I don't know. I think it's incredible. They're really developing a story, a backstory. You can see that they've really got experience in the space, and we'll look at that now. So And you can see over here will be an epic adventure for Eternal Vikings as we continue to establish our community-owned Web3 real estate venture. Okay, the quest is that through their understanding of different lands, virtual lands, and metaverses, they will be making them profitable. They will be using some of the funds, and I think it was 33%, to purchase different lands for the project and using it in different ways to monetize it for the community. If we have a look at the art side, so this is what I was saying to you about it being 2.5D. So they're redefining art in Web3 realm with their own unique game-ready visual style. The versatility of our signature art style will bring powerful visual energy to all future creations, collaborations, and development, as well as advance across the metaverse and influence our future. Presenting 2.5D. The engaging artwork of Eternal Vikings features a unique blend of 2D and 3D styles, combining fully modeled characters with bespoke coloring and texturing strategy. Eternal Vikings is a celebration of our appreciation of all forms of fantasy art. The 2.5D art style we have created captures the best of all worlds and transforms them into something new and unified. So again, I mean, I always like innovation. We haven't seen this before. Obviously, going to be lots of different traits. They give you an example of some of the traits over here. And then if we have a look here, who they're working with to develop the game and everything that they're doing, there's two studios. You've got Libheim Studio, and this is a fantasy visual studio founded by industry enthusiasts, including Anton. I'm going to butcher his surname, so we'll just call him Anton, who currently works with Valve. Anton's team is united in their passion for fantasy visuals, regarded for visionary assets created for an unbelievable range of projects. The team consists of artists who bear a never-ending love for their work and are entirely dedicated to their craft. And then also if we look at here, they've got Floating Rock Studios as well. And this company has apparently done work for Harry Potter, Aladdin, Avatar, Narnia, Avengers, and Hobbit, which is huge. And that's when you start to see that experience in the videos that they've done, the trailers that they've done, and even the lure that they're developing, the storytelling. So it says here, Floating Rock Studio is a boutique animation studio known for their ability to bring a story to life through pre-visualization, high-quality animation, and cinematography. The Wellington, New Zealand-based studio consists of a small senior team of creatives who each have decades of experience. If we jump onto the different studios pages, we can see here on Instagram, Libheim over here with 3,000 followers. And here you can see some of the art that they've done before. Which is very, very, very clean and impressive. Wow. Seeing some characters that I recognize as well. And then also they're on ArtStation, and here you get to see all that they've worked on. So that's a really, really impressive portfolio. And the same thing with Floating Rock over here. Just nice to get a bit of an idea from their ArtStation over here. And we can see some of the work that they've done before. If we come onto their white paper, which is linked from their website, which is linked in the description, talks in detail about the art, talks in detail about the different studios, also their websites we can jump onto quickly as well. But yeah, lots to look into. The links will be in the description, but definitely one that is on my radar. And is early enough for you to jump in, and if it does interest you, to read more about it and to then try get whitelist or whatever it may be. Okay, then we've got Gridcraft, which is launching on the 27th of June. So this is coming very soon. I think you will struggle for whitelist here because this project is partnered with Llamaverse, and they've already given out quite a lot of whitelists. So this is their website, just takes you through to their Twitter and their Discord. But Gridcraft Network is a very established gaming platform that's on the Minecraft system. You can see here they've got 113,000 followers. If you have a look at this video over here, just to see their work, and let's switch the sound off though. So it's an established play-to-earn gaming metaverse platform for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, mobile devices, and has been active since 2019. Gridcraft Network is produced by Gridcraft Studios, a gaming studio made up of game developers, level designers, and 3D modelers with an extensive collective resume in both multiplayer game creation and NFTs. Users will be able to earn bits, which will be their currency, by playing, so it's a play to earn game, and use those tokens to buy land, make cosmetics, upgrades, and more. The Gridcraft network is compatible with Minecraft. So already, Minecraft's got like 100 million active players a year. It's already built, so you don't have to wait for it to be built, right? You're not reinventing the wheel over here. So they have partnered with Llamascape, which is a Llamaverse project. And I thought this thread was really, really interesting. It gives you quite a lot of info. Okay, so official mint date, 27th of June, 1 p.m. Eastern Central Time. There'll be an option for bundles to be minted. So there's different items that you can mint. And then the mint price in the thread. So let's have a look here. So mint prices, a grid identity will be 0.3 ETH, 0.3 ETH. A Llamascape land will be 0.3 ETH. Max mints are over here. And then it gives you details over there, right? If we have a look further at this thread, you can see a Y.3 Ethereum. ETH has dipped severely, and it's very unfortunate. We've already built the majority of Gridcraft Llamascape without taking a penny. We based our budget for 60 plus team members, which they actually go down, lower down, they break down. And they want longevity of the project, and with Ethereum being what it is. So they say, as many may say, 1 ETH equals 1 ETH. This may be true, but reality is that we're paying in US dollars. We cannot mint at 0.1. It won't be enough to run the project for long term. It won't be sustainable. We have a team of 65, 9 game developers, of which 4 are full-time, 6 game artists, of which 2 are full-time, 7 land developers, of which 2 are full-time, 2 tokenomic professionals, 3 web design and development, 5 project management, 1 smart contract, and then moderation staff 32. But remember, that's also for inside the game itself. So it's not just Discord, but it's inside the game as well. They've already built games, lands for Llamascape, GAC, Squishy, Gooblers, Good Game, and so many more. So they definitely are very, very experienced game builders, and they go on to show you more over there about what they've done. And then you can see a lot of previews of what they've done, guys. You just go through to their Twitter, it's linked in the description, and have a look through what they've done there before. And their white paper is also linked, and I do suggest that you give this a watch or a read, because there's a lot of information over here. Again, just explaining that if you do hold a Llamaverse, you are automatically whitelisted. And the merge between Llamascape and Gridcraft, and just all the information on the tokenomics, which is always really, really important to understand. The longer I'm in this space, the more I am reading white papers, understanding them before I invest in projects, really to understand how well thought through the tokenomics are, that the distribution of money is, how sustainable that is, before actually coming on board, right? They already do have a partnership with Cyberkongs, JRNY Crypto. This is who they've built lands for already, Gridcraft. And then Llamascape's going to come in and help them with marketing, and it's a long-term partnership between Llamascape and Gridcraft. So definitely a notable team, notable project, and one that is on my radar and minting quite soon in a week's time. Switching up gears to less recent ones that are a bit earlier over here, we've got Maracai. And you have a look here, they've got 11,500 followers. All right, so let's have a look over here. They have a bit of experience. Artist is a freelance artist who's got about 65,000 followers. The pixel art looks pretty interesting. Could definitely see this one picking up more attention. I did see that there's some notable followers. I'm just going to reload this, including Zeneca and Bentoboi. Just some of the guys that I saw follow it. You do have a chance to get in early. Discord is open and possibly try and get yourself whitelist. Here you see an example of some of that art. And they do have, for the amount of followers, they do have some decent engagement in their tweets, considering how many followers they have. And you can have a look over here. If we go to Builder Labs, and there's a project by Builder Labs, you can see what they've done and what they're capable of. You can jump on their website. Very basic website. Just says here, so you want to build a new world. They usually aren't built by PMs in a cushy San Francisco office. More often than not, they are built by people who have no right to be thinking that big, built by people in countries you can't print on the map. Built by crazy ones who threw away something nice to make something new. I guess that's us. And then we can jump onto each of these. They link to each of these 4 people who are part of this. And you can have a look over here. You've got OX Beans. It's got just under 10,000 followers. We've got OX Ben. It's got 100 followers. We've got Numo.eth. Artist who's got 8,000 followers, can show you the sort of art that they've done before. We've got Water Salt Peppers. It's also worked on BC Dandits. So yeah, interesting. Quite early. Wait to see a lot more information. What is the mint price? What is the mint date? All things like that. But definitely one that's on my radar as well, and one that I would suggest you keep on your radar too. Then we've got this one, Ningen, which is very, 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 very early. Very, very early. We've got 1,000 followers. So have a look here. You can see the type of art. This is just a GIF. So anime style, we've had some good anime projects perform quite well. It's a brand for Web3, community first, and also story driven, like Allure, inspired by anime. They're building IP together and will expand it to different verticals, starting with fashion. The team is led by @Busy, who's the co-founder. He's got extensive experience in running business operations, and also Mirakai, who previously worked within big tech companies, and we'll jump onto their Twitters as well. Team members are mainly people from tech industries, Ledger, DocuSign, Microsoft, and also the fashion retail sector. With Toya Animations, Riot Games, and Netflix. Collection is going to be 10,000 on Ethereum, over 400 traits, but really, really early. There is, here's their website. You can see you've got just a Discord link, Twitter, and a coming soon, but then you've also got the white paper over here. So if you click over there, you can have a look here. Pretty much what I just read you is what you'll see here. And then you've got a set out of their basic business model. They really want engagement, and they want, there's going to be a DAO for decision making. Big part of their values is going to be fashion. Fashion meets culture. The collection is what we said, over 400 traits, and the history of their branding. So it's very, very early days. There's not much to go on, but I do like what I see. It's one that depends on how they build hype. If they can build the right hype, it could do very well. So marketing is really what remains to be seen. Obviously, we do need to know mint price, the mint date, a more detailed white paper. But for now, just one that I wanted to bring to your attention and put on your radar so that you can get in early if it's something that talks to you. So those are the 5 projects that I wanted to bring to you. Got Mr. JR here. Yes, I finally got my Bored Ape. Finally, a year into NFTs. I got into NFTs a year ago with FOMO for Bored Ape Yacht Club. That's what got me into it. And, when I came in, it was about 12 ETH for Bored Ape Yacht Club. And I thought, your first NFTs, you put through a little bit of ETH, on your credit card, and then they block it. And you had to, and I just, never, as I was able to get more and more ETH, the price of Bored Ape Yacht Club was higher and higher. So as you guys know, I used to have my mutant as my picture here, and then my logo. And when they got to 40 ETH, I sold my mutant, and all with the sole intention of getting a Bored Ape at the right time. I've been selling quite a lot of NFTs, and I finally was able yesterday, the day before, 2 days ago, when ETH was $900 and the floor on Bored Ape was about 85. I was able to pick one up. So yeah, he's our new mascot. I hope you guys like him. And let me show you a closer picture of him. I'm going to have to open it because I didn't plan on doing this. I'll show you a closer picture of him now. But I do love him very, very much. And yeah, it was a very surreal moment, I must be honest, yeah, something that's really cool. I'll show it to you here. It's not the best picture of him, but there. Oh, he's on the wrong side. Hold on. There you can see him. No, you can't. Let's make him bigger here. There he is. So I hope you guys like him. He's our new mascot. And yeah, very happy to have him. Thank you for saying something. It's been like really cool, really exciting. Okay, and what have we got here? Rabba from Switzerland, welcome. So nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Nice to see you. Thank you, JR. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I've still got my Clone X. Just to make it very clear, I'm a huge believer in the ecosystem. On Wednesday's show, I'm going to be going deep into the NFTs I've held on to and why. Spoiler alert, blue chips, but we're going to look deep into Yuga Labs ecosystem, Clone X ecosystem, and various others deeply. And, why I'm bullish and why that's all I'm focused on at the moment. Gabriel says audio is bad. I hope not. I hope it's a problem your side. Sorry if it's not. Good, Rabbo. Thank you so much, guys. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday, guys. We will look at all these blue chips, dive deep. For now,